Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video might just be one of the most intriguing and emotional stories we've covered in a long time. It involves Barış Baktaş, one of the most popular and respected actors in Turkish television, and a mysterious woman from his past, a woman we now know as Yagmmer. But this isn't just a story about an old relationship. This is a story about a surprising comment made by a doctor, a comment that no one saw coming and that has since turned into one of the most talked about moments in Turkish celebrity news. So sit back, because what you're about to hear feels more like a movie than real life. It all began with a doctor's whisper. Barış Baktaş has always been admired for his talent and charisma, but recently he's been in the headlines for something much more personal. According to several witnesses, Barış was seen visiting a private clinic for an undisclosed health concern. The details of his condition have not been released, but that isn't what caught the public's attention. It was a comment made by his doctor, not to Barış, but to a woman very close to him, Yagmmer. You had to marry him. There was no other option. That single sentence, spoken in what seemed like a deeply personal tone, has sparked endless speculation. Why would a doctor say that? What kind of history do these two share? And more importantly, was this a joke, or was it something else entirely? Who is Yagmmer? Though not much has been officially confirmed, sources close to the situation describe Yagmmer as someone who has played a very significant role in Barış's life. Some say she was a former girlfriend. Others whisper about an almost marriage that was abruptly called off. Either way, what's certain is that their relationship had depth, and that it ended far too quietly for something that once meant so much. In fact, many fans are now wondering whether the end of their relationship was truly a mutual decision, or if circumstances beyond their control pulled them apart. A pact? A promise? Or something more? Since the doctor's comment surfaced, the internet has been flooded with theories. One suggests that Barış and Yagmmer made a promise years ago, that if neither of them found lasting love, they would one day return to each other. It sounds romantic, yes. But is it realistic? Another theory leans toward family involvement. Could it be that Barış's family once hoped he would marry Yagmmer? And now, even his doctor feels compelled to speak up? The most shocking theory, however, is medical in nature. There are whispers, completely unverified, that Barış's well-being might, in some way, be connected to his emotional bond with Yagmmer. As far-fetched as that sounds, it's enough to get people wondering. Silence speaks volumes. So far, neither Barış nor Yagmmer has made any public statements about the incident. And maybe that's what's making this even more intense. The silence is only fueling speculation. A close friend of the actor gave a short comment to a local magazine. All I can say is, their story isn't over. Not really. Meanwhile, someone from the medical staff at the clinic, anonymously, of course, said this. That comment wasn't a joke. It wasn't random. You could feel the weight of it in the room. Fans are divided. As expected, social media exploded with reactions. On one side are those rooting for Barış and Yagmmer to reunite. On the other are fans questioning whether love, or even emotional pressure, should be framed as an obligation. Some popular comments include, if even the doctor says it, maybe they really are soulmates. This sounds like a Turkish drama plot, and I'm here for it. Nobody should be forced to marry someone. Even if it's Barış Baktaş. Was it love, or was it duty? The mystery deepens. What makes this even more complicated is that Yagmmer was seen near the same area as Barış a few days after the doctor's comment went viral. Was it coincidence? Or was she there to visit him again? Neither party has confirmed a meeting. But fans are convinced something is happening, and they're watching every move. A history full of questions. To truly understand the impact of this moment, we have to look back at Barış and Yagmmer's story. They were never a confirmed couple in the eyes of the media, but there were always clues, quiet moments, shared glances at events, subtle social media posts that hinted at something more than friendship. Then, as quickly as it appeared, it was over. Or so it seemed. Now, people are re-examining everything. Every old photo. Every quote. Every interaction. They want to know, what happened? Why did it end? And is fate giving them another chance? The doctor's role, messenger or instigator? Let's not forget, this entire situation started with a doctor's comment. A health professional. Someone trained to observe, to understand the human condition. So what prompted him to speak in such a dramatic way? Some believe the doctor simply said out loud what everyone close to them already felt. Others think he may have knowledge the public doesn't, about either Bari's health or the emotional weight of their history. Whatever the case, his words, "You had to marry him," will likely be remembered as a defining moment in this unfolding saga. Career at a crossroads? Bari's Baktas has managed to remain professional and focused despite the headlines. But there's no denying that this kind of personal drama has an effect, both on public image and professional opportunities. Some producers worry about how controversies might distract from a project. Others see it as public interest, which can boost ratings. In the world of entertainment, love and scandal walk hand in hand. And right now, Bari's and Yagmmer are walking that line, whether they meant to or not. What comes next? The big question now is simple: will Yagmmer respond? Will she address the doctor's statement? Will she reconnect with Bari's? Or will this all fade away as a misunderstood comment? Whatever happens next, one thing is clear: this story has touched something real in people. Maybe because it's messy. Maybe because it's emotional. Maybe because we all secretly want love stories to have second chances. Final thoughts. In the end, this isn't just a story about a doctor or a scandal. It's about how love, destiny, and silence can sometimes collide in the most unexpected ways. Whether Bari's and Yagmmer find their way back to each other or not, they've reminded us of something important. Sometimes, a single sentence, whispered in a quiet room, can reopen an entire story. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the real lives behind the headlines. Until next time, take care, and never stop believing that love might still be waiting.